Hello, my name's Renegade Gamer, and I'm here to do a review on the Netflix show, Castlevania. Now, I'll freely admit that I'm not the biggest Castlevania player in the history. I played Symphony of the Night. I played some of the one on PS3. I think it's Lord of Shadows. I'm not sure. And I played a few of them on the Game Boy Advance. Circle and Moon, and there was another one on there, but I don't recall what it was. But never have really been a hugely into the series. I like the games I played. It's just that, to be honest with you, I kind of missed out on playing Castlevania when I was growing up. It's kind of hard game to go back to for me these days. But anyway, let's talk about the show itself. In a lot of ways, this show reminds me of Vampire Hunter D, the movie, in a way. There's a lot of gore, a lot of blood, and yet at the same time, it's handled with a lot of care and a lot of taste, I guess is the best word I can use for it. Even though people are getting eviscerated and you see blood cuts and everything else go over the place, there's a lot of taste that is actually here, and a lot of care towards the writing in general. So props to your director and writer. I also understood that this wasn't actually something that the writer actually cared about that much, which really speaks a lot to, because if this is what we get and it's not his something that he really actually gives a shit about, he's a damn good writer. So anyway, we got 4 episodes here, and it lays all the groundwork down for what could be probably one of the best Netflix shows I've seen in a while. And it looks like it's taking place in, now I hope y'all Castlevania fans don't eviscerate me for this, but I think it's from Castlevania 3. It's where this is taking place with Trevor Belmont. You have to forgive me, my knowledge of Castlevania, like I said, is only for a few games, so I don't have the extensive history that a lot of folks do. But I am aware of Castlevania 3, and if I recall right, it is Trevor, Alucard, and I'm guessing it's the female from this. I know Alucard's in one of the early ones. I think it's 3, and I'm guessing it's this girl that's in this one. Self. Next to how she pronounced her name. Anyway, so that's where we're starting here. Is it's basically a story taking place. Now I don't know if it takes place. I don't know if this is actually Castlevania 3's storyline, if this takes place after Castle 3's storyline or prior to it, but either way, it doesn't matter. The show itself, honestly, can stand on its own. It doesn't have to be that it's a video game interpretation of the story or anything. So, anyway, so I'm going to talk about a little bit of spoilers here. So, spoilers. So let's discuss a little bit about the story itself. Basically, this crazy as hell bishop during the 1400s decided to burn a woman at the stake because she was practicing science. Now, that gets into a lot of implications I don't want to even touch. Because there was a lot of things going on back then that during this time period that are really, really screwed up with the church. But it turns out the woman that he burns, Lisa, was Count Dracula's wife. And, well, I don't know about you, but Dracula doesn't take too kindly about that, and decides to basically unleash hell across the entire country of Wallachovia. Anyway, and so that's where our story begins. And then we pick up in a bar, we meet Trevor, and basically the characterization of Trevor is really interesting. I like how they do it. He really does have kind of a character arc in his way. He starts off basically as a man that's just been beaten down, all the way down, just beaten. He's like, I just don't give a shit anymore. I want my drink, I want food, I want sleep. Fuck it. And he ends up in a town. He meets a group of people that is called the Speakers. Sorry, they're called the Speakers. And it appears that his family has a huge history of them, and it's through them that he actually starts getting back into getting back on the horse again, I guess is the best way to put it, of actually giving a shit. But the way they do it is actually pretty good. I really enjoyed the whole Trevor Belmont arc they had going on through these 3 episodes. I mean, technically the whole thing's 4, but the first episode's still on with Dracula, which, by the way, has a very great characterization of Dracula. And I understand his plight. I know what's going on with him. I understand where he's coming from. So there's a lot of good storytelling that's going on here. Really interested to see what they do with season 2 whenever they get done with it. But we'll get there when we get there. This is a very mature story. It does have a few things here and there that are very off-the-wall humor, which is fine, because with a show like this, you kind of need a little bit of levity, of humor in it. But for the most part, it's a very dark. I like the mature storyline it's telling. I like everything it's doing. I have to admit that this doesn't show the Christian church in the best light. That being said, there's a lot of stuff that the Catholic Church did in the past that's very bad, so it makes sense at least. But I have to admit that freely. Anyway, so some other things here. The CGI that's integrated with the animation looks really, really good. The motion of all the animation looks really, really good. There's only a few times in the whole thing that I actually kind of saw that it was kind of stilted a little bit, or they only used like one frame and just had the mouth talking. But what they had to work with as far as a budget seems, they put to the best use, and we got a really good show out of it. And for the most part, I'm happy as hell with the animation. I really enjoy all the designs of all the characters. I'm hoping that in the future we can see some more characters that are from the Castlevania series. Like the Medusa head would be awesome. And werewolves, and some ghouls would be interesting. I'd like to see the ghouls or zombies. But we'll see. I don't know if they're actually going to go all the way with it. But I don't know. I really enjoyed the show. I highly recommend it if you get a chance to watch it. It's only about maybe 90 minutes total. I mean, each episode is about 23 minutes, so yeah, I guess that'd be about 92 minutes total. Worth your time. If you're interested in vampire movies, this is very good. If you're interested in Castlevania Castlevania is a game, and want to see if this is decent, I recommend it. If you just like a good old-fashioned story that takes place during this time period and involves supernatural stuff, I recommend it. It's really good. I'm not going to really give it a score because honestly the series isn't done yet. When we get to the second season, which I have no clue when they're putting out. Hopefully it ain't going to be that long, but it's animation, so it could be. I like to see where the story goes, so I'm going to be keeping track of this thing from now on. But anyway, I'm the Renegade Gamer. Watch this movie if you get, or watch this show if you get a chance. I'll catch you later.